Hi, I'm Matt. Different academic paper formatting styles have different structures for citing sources in your paper. In this video, I'll show you the basics of citing a source in APA format. References are where you list the information a reader needs to know in order to find the source you used in your paper. In order to write a reference for a web page, you'll need the following pieces of information: the author's name, the date the website was published, the title of the web page and the website, and finally, the URL. While it used to be common practice, you no longer need to include the date you retrieved or accessed a site in your citation, unless the page information is likely to change. For example, a weather forecasting site. When you write your web page reference, start with the author's last name, followed by a comma, then their first and middle initials. Next, write the year, month, and date that the page was published in parentheses. If you don't know this, just use the initials ND, which is short for no date. Then, write the title of the web page in italics, only capitalizing the first letter of the first word and any proper nouns, followed by the title of the website, and finally paste in the URL. One thing to note is that every major piece of information needs to be separated with periods in APA, except for the URL. If you're referencing a book, you don't need a URL unless it is an ebook or an online edition. Much of the structure of a book reference is the same as that of a website. The author's name will start out the reference just like for a web page. For the publication date, you only need to list the year. Write the title of the book in italics, again only capitalizing the first letter of the first word and any proper nouns. Next, write the name of the publisher. For a regular book, this is your last step. If you have an ebook or online book, add the URL or DOI number at the end of your citation. When you quote, paraphrase, or summarize a piece of text from another source, you'll need to include an in-text citation in order to properly attribute that quote to its original source. This can take two forms, a narrative citation and a parenthetical citation. A narrative citation in APA is simply naming the author at some point when you introduce the quote, followed by the publication year of the work in parentheses. At the end of the quote, write the page numbers inside the parentheses. A parenthetical citation uses all of the same information, but simply includes it all in parentheses at the end of the quote. Make sure to separate each piece of information with a comma. Remember that different sources may require you to use different information in your reference. For instance, if your reference was originally published on social media, you might need to find out the original poster's username or Instagram handle. If you need help figuring out how to cite something, be sure to check out our Chegg Writing citation tools, which can show you how to build your citation. All of your references will be listed on your references page, which is located after your main paper. You'll want to organize them according to the first item listed in each reference, which will usually be the author's last name. There are quite a few rules for citing a source in APA, but generally speaking, as long as you have the author, the title, and the publisher of the source, you're off to a good start. Hopefully we've got you on the right track, and we'll see you next time.